Hello, ladies and gentlemen. If you don't know who I am, my name is Shook. I make NBA DFS content, prize picks content, all that good stuff. Yeah, I've been playing professional DFS for a few years now, looking to help you guys in the prop markets. That's what we're going to be doing tonight. As always, we do recap how we did in the night before. If you got Reeves in with DeLon Wright, you did cash that bet. Unfortunately, it got ripped off like 10 minutes after I made the video. So if you did not get it in, the picks in the comments didn't do so great. So just the way it goes sometimes. Sometimes these will be gone by the time you're watching this. So yeah, be quick. I guess if you want notifications on, turn them on so you can get them in right away so you don't miss them. Because a lot of times they will be gone. So yeah, if you ever need to get a hold of me privately, you can get a hold of me on Twitter right here. And if you want more DFS content, prize picks content, books, all that stuff, I'll have my Discord link down below. All right, let's get into picks. So please just don't get ejected, man. Last game we went to Portis, our pair cashed, and he gets ejected. Ejected. Just don't get ejected this time, Bobby. Please, Bobby. Please. All right, so let's go to Milwaukee. So Giannis Antetokounmpo, going to be doubtful. Damian Lillard, going to be doubtful. You can just go to my other video 2 days ago and watch the breakdown, but I will break it down again on why I like this pick. We got it last game at 19.5. It's at 20.5. I still like it at 20.5. Still think there's value here. So, Damian Lillard, Damian Lillard, Giannis Antetokounmpo, they're both going to be down for this game. Fully expect them not to play here. Now, is there always a chance they could play in a must-win? Absolutely, but they're doubtful. I think with the go in thinking that they are not going to be playing here. So, with Giannis off the court, Bobby Portis has a 30% usage rate, a staggering 30% usage rate. If you look at this team, who is going to create offense for this team? Is Pat Bev going to? No, absolutely not. Is Brook Lopez going to? Yeah, sure. Is Malik Beasley going to? Maybe. Tough matchup. Indiana is very, very tough against spot-up shooting. So they could eliminate Malik Beasley, especially after that game. That's not shocking or surprising at all. Andre Jackson? Hell no. Pat Connaughton? Nah. Jay Crowder? Nah. So they need offense, right? It's just going to be Chris Middleton. It's going to be the Bobby Portis show. 30% usage rate, like I said, with Giannis off the court. That's not with Damian Lillard off the court as well. I think that it's probably going to be a lot higher than 30 with Damian Lillard off of the court as well. I doubt. Oh no, that is with Dame off. My apologies. I forgot I did it with Dame off. But the sample probably isn't 236-minute sample. I guess that's fine. That's okay, I guess. So yeah, 30% usage rate with Dame and Giannis off of the court. If we take a look at games here without Giannis on the court here, we can see that in games without Giannis, he's only seen around 28 to 30 minutes. And you can see that he's basically gone over this line more often than not. 1, 2, 3, 4. So about half the games he's gone over this line with Giannis off of the court. We don't have a sample really with Dame and Giannis off of the court from Bobby Portis. But a big thing from here compared to tomorrow is going to be in these games, he was only playing 28 to 30 minutes game. This game, 21. This game, 21. And he almost went over this line. I am expecting 40-plus minutes here from Bobby Portis tomorrow. 40-plus is my expectation of minutes, as long as this game does stay competitive. With his usage rate, with the offense they need, him and Chris Middleton should be dominating usage. I don't see an issue with him going over this line at all, in my opinion. So this is juiced on the over. The minutes should be there. If you take a look, like I said, in games in the regular season, he wasn't playing a ton of minutes with Giannis off the court. Some games he was even coming off the bench. Most of these games he was actually coming off the bench. I think this Orlando game was the only game he started with Giannis out. So I'm expecting a heavy uptick in minutes compared to these regular season games as well. I can show you guys, like I said, a 30% usage rate with James and Giannis off of the court. That's pretty staggering. If you ask me, they need a ton of offense if they want any chance of winning this game tomorrow. If you take a look at the matchup as well, we can go into the matchup. It doesn't tell the whole story because Indiana is pretty much a fake good matchup. A lot of people will look at DVP and be like, oh, okay, Pacers is second at giving up the most points to opposing power forwards, but it doesn't tell the whole story. Like, Indiana is actually pretty tough in some spots. So that's why I don't look at DVP too often. But yeah, I mean, it's an okay spot. It's not as good as people might think it is, though. All right, and the next prop we're going to be going to is we're going to be going to Dante DiVincenzo, and we're going to be taking his PR. I was going to take his points, but it got bumped earlier in the day. I can show you guys. I already took his points at 11.5. This was at 7:10 p.m. I was waiting to post it, and unfortunately, it got bumped right as I took this on Sportsbooks. It got bumped on books. It got bumped on Prize Picks, so I was waiting for his alt lines to come out. You can see right here, 7:10 p.m. I took Dante props. So a little unfortunate there, but I think his PR is almost as good as his points. His points at 11.5 was an absolute smash. If you see that on Sportsbooks anywhere, I would go nuke that right away. But PR is better, definitely better than his points at 12.5. I think we're getting some value. I think his PR should be at like 16.5, in my opinion. But let's take a look at why I like this prop for Dante DiVincenzo. Even his threes is pretty good at 2.5. I don't mind that either. I think that's fine too. But yeah, let's take a look at why I like this prop. So Bojan Bogdanovic is going to be out for tomorrow. They're going to have to run a much tighter rotation here. I know Dante DiVincenzo, his minutes have been up. They've been down. They've kind of been going with the hot hand with Miles McBride, which has been the case of late. But with Bojan out, I would think Dante would have to play a bit more here. There have been games where he has played big minutes in the series. He played 37 minutes here. I would expect it at least over 30 minutes, possibly. Could play 40 minutes if he's playing well. He just hasn't played the big minutes because Miles McBride has been playing well and Dante's been shooting poorly. I think you definitely have to expect, him to at least shoot the ball a bit better. All he has to do is grab 3 rebounds to hit this prop as well. So I'm expecting huge minutes. This is juiced on the over. I'm expecting some, positive shooting for once from him. We have Bojan out, so the rotation should be a bit tighter. His minutes should be a lot more secure than they have been in this series. And yeah, I like it better than his points. Like I said, I took this earlier at 7 p.m. If you can get it at 11.5 anywhere, if anyone has that up, please go find it somewhere. That would be good. And then next pick we're going to be going to is Kelly Oubre, and we're going to be taking his points at 11.5. This is my least favorite pick of the 3. Don't run a 3-man. Mix and match with 2-mans. Do not run a 3-man. They just need offense, man. It can't just be Tyrese Maxey. It can't just be Joel Embiid, right? It's a tough matchup going up against the Knicks. That's fine, but they just need offense. Kelly Oubre has played 40 minutes, 38 minutes back-to-back games. I would expect that to continue here. He's the only other Sixer outside of Joel Embiid, Tyrese Maxey, to absolutely do anything for this team. So I think they kind of need his offense out there. He's already averaging 15 points per game on the season. Minutes during the regular season weren't that great either. So, he's been aggressive. He's been shooting the ball well. The volume's been there. We just need him to have an average shooting game. Going to play big minutes. This is juiced on the over as well. So these are going to be 3 picks, guys. Hopefully you guys have a good night, and I will talk to y'all in the next video.